Kwekwe, good morning.
Morning.
This is Victoria Wilde speaking, and I'm here with elder and musician Duane Paul from Bear Island, Temagami First Nation. And I'd like to say thank you, Chimigwich Duane, for coming to sit and share with me today.
Glad to
And
be here.
I'd like to offer you some sacred tobacco.
Let me go ahead.
Mm-hmm. I'm doing this interview with you on behalf of Living Temagami Foundation. And I'm filming what I'm calling Wisdom of the Elders, Healing Through a Pandemic. And as an elder in our community, would you share with those who may be watching and listening your thoughts on your own personal experience living through this COVID-19 pandemic? And if you might also share some of your words of wisdom for so many of our youth who have really struggled mentally and emotionally, coping with the isolation and the restrictions. Your words, may offer some hope and direction going forward into the future. I remember once, Duane, you taught me a saying that I think is important as we are, living each day through this pandemic. You said, Ajaya, and you told me that meant now is the future. So we're in the future, and I think sharing as elders, we have a lot to offer for the youth, for that better future for them. So again, thank you for coming, and I'm looking forward to listening and learning from you, Chi Miigwech.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the this whole pandemic has been hard on everybody. I notice changes in even my grandchildren over the past year, where they're just not doing the things they used to do and enjoying life as they used to. We try to get them and have them partake in our immediate family, where there is not spreading this virus. And we've been abiding by, as much as possible, the precautions laid out. The distancing and the hand sanitizing and those kinds of things that have there for our safety, our health and safety, to get us through this whole pandemic. And we're hoping that it's going to be over soon and we can get back to our normal lifestyles.
Mm-hmm.
But in the meantime, I feel we still have to abide by the precautions laid out. We have to stick with it, as inconvenient as it is at times. I think in order to come out of this with our health and well-being intact, we have to observe those precautions that have been
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even if we're tired of
set
them.
out for us to protect us.
Yeah.
And they're there for a reason. You hear all kinds of things. If you of a lot of negativity about this, where people just are sick and tired of the or don't believe in, wearing masks and the distancing, or they just don't want to observe these precautions. But I think we have to encourage others to stick with this and see us through, help us see us through for our betterment.
Mm-hmm. For each other.
Mm-hmm.
We follow those rules for each other.
Yeah, we're
Mm-hmm.
protecting
Mm-hmm.
the interests of our children and grandchildren as
Mm-hmm.
well in the process.
Yes.
So it's best,
Mm-hmm.
in my mind, that we continue to observe these precautions. And it seems that just watching the news, the number of cases have been dropping. There's not as many people in the ICUs. Unfortunately, there's still people getting sick and passing away because of it. Um, and with the vaccines, more and more people are have gotten this, and some are still waiting for the second shot. I've had both. I feel better protected. I feel like I've done my part in trying to stop the spread and protect my loved ones and those around me. And that's the reason why I've observed the precautions.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel, as an elder, and I know you're a traditional man, First Nations man. Do you feel there's spiritual messages within this experience for people, not just our youth, but for all people? Are there messages of helping us to grow spiritually, to understand ourselves better, not just as individuals, but as communities and nations of people,
Mm-hmm.
since this is a worldwide pandemic?
Yeah, we could only, do what we used to do in the past for these kinds of things, and that is offer our medicines. We can pray. We can
Mm-hmm.
thank the Creator or ask the Creator for some direction and to get us through
Mm-hmm.
this. And we can smudge. We can do our ceremonies, and I'm sure a lot of our people are doing that. I don't know of any specific medicines that would help in this. Um, I know cedar and various types of medicines we have used in the past for different illnesses help in our immune systems, to build
Mm-hmm.
up our immune systems.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them is cedar. You can make tea and spruce, and there's a couple others I can't recall offhand.
Mm-hmm.
But you can make a mixture of cedar and spruce, and there's another one. Um, I can't think of right now, but
Mm-hmm.
those will all help
Mm-hmm.
as well, and along with the smudging and
Yes, the spiritual medicines that do help us to keep our minds strong, that we don't lose hope, and we believe in our Creator helping us through this, to keep us, having days where we pull ourselves out of our frustration or our impatience. I know I've personally realized I've really grown in my ability to be patient and to accept.
Yes, we have to be patient for sure,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and encourage others to be patient as well.
Mm-hmm. 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 As a community on Bear Island, and in some ways, even before the pandemic, you could say that it is an isolating community here on an island in Lake Temagami. How do you feel the community as a whole, remaining in our homes and not having those social events that we're so used to, those feasts and things that brought us together? Uh, how do you feel that that may have impacted some of the community not being able to do those traditional things that we're
Mm.
so accustomed to?
Yeah, the gatherings, we all obviously miss those things, and just the coming together as a community for different events. We have to make some sacrifices in that regard. Um, I think we can be thankful that we are somewhat isolated
Mm-hmm.
in that, um, you know, we don't have to be out there in these so-called hot spots, or we can
Mm-hmm.
stay away from those and
Mm-hmm.
try to protect ourselves that way. And then, of course, the ban itself has had restrictions on people coming in,
Mm-hmm.
coming to the island. Some rules that they've put in place,
Mm-hmm.
and it's all designed to
Protect the
yeah,
community.
protect
Yeah.
our well-being, of course. So
Yeah. Yeah. It just feels that everybody has really been there for each other, even though we're not allowed to really have real contact. You know, we're doing this interview today, and I was laughing to myself last
mhm.
night, thinking, well, we talk about 6 feet apart, but maybe we could say we're six beaver tails apart or something.
Yeah, I've had to go off the island, and obviously all of us have had to leave the island for various purposes,
Yeah.
whether it's shopping. You still have to
Yeah. You have
be
to.
out there, but at the same time, of course, every place you go, I mean, there's these precautions in place. In the grocery stores, wearing masks and
Mm-hmm.
distancing in the shopping
Mm-hmm.
lines and that kind of thing. So, um, and it's again all designed to protect us.
Yes. Well, I think the community's done a really good job coming through this a year and a half into it, and the the town of Temagami too. Everyone has really done their part and taken this seriously, and I'm sure once we do see the end of it, there will be a real sense of a unified feeling, really.
Yep, we can hopefully soon just regain our lifestyle that we're used to,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe have our gatherings. We didn't even have a powwow last year, and apparently there may not even be one this year.
Yeah.
Um, so
Yeah. Yeah.
the
Those.
sooner this is over, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe we can get back to
How we celebrate life.
our lifestyle that we're used
Mm-hmm.
to, and the
Mm-hmm.
activities that we participated in and enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a year, going over a year now. So it's been a long time where we've had to make these sacrifices.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm. I once heard it said that
pardon?
to make a sacrifice was to make sacred. And I believe that. I believe that the sacrifices that we make when we say we're giving something up for something else, that we've all made great sacrifices, but in doing so, I think we're more connected to our sacredness as human beings.
Yes, there's that connection
Mm-hmm.
for sure during these hard times, and maybe we even become closer.
Yes. Yeah, I feel that. Mm-hmm.
These connections become stronger
Yes.
when we're going through this kind of pandemic event.
Yes.
Maybe it strengthens our spiritualness. Let's hope it does.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, so in closing, Duane, is there is there one message that you feel is really important that you'd like to leave with people? Not just within our own community, but for all nations out to the four directions. On our Mother Earth, is there a message you'd just like to send out for those who will come across this and be watching and listening?
Yeah, like I said, we've been somewhat lucky here in that we are somewhat isolated, but you see in these countries where there's just widespread infections, if you want to call it that, because of the closeness, maybe the lack of medicines and lack of supplies to protect the populations in some of these countries you see on the news.
Mm-hmm.
So we can only offer our prayers for these people
Mm.
and hope that they pull through.
Yeah. Yeah. Prayer is powerful. Mm-hmm.
Pull through and
Yes.
overcome things. Unfortunately, you know, a lot of people have succumbed to that, and it's sad to see
Mm-hmm.
that in the news.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
Particularly, when you see such healthy people.
yeah, yeah,
Just
I hope more people as well. They got to realize the seriousness of this and take it serious
mm-hmm.
and protect our children and grandchildren.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And those
Do
elders.
what
Yeah.
has to be done. We can only do what has to be done to protect
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
those those around us as
Mm-hmm.
well. Yeah.
Yes. So, Duane, I've had the pleasure of over the years listening to your music that you write, and some of your songs are you know, they have such a strong message um, within the First Nations culture, and I know recently that you've written a song about the COVID-19 pandemic, and I thought it would be very special if you'd sing that for us in this way again. Though those that are watching and listening uh, may find some inspiration in that, and I thought it might be nice if it's a beautiful day, we could just go down to that beautiful grandmother pine there, and
Yeah, I'd
we
like
could
to
have
do
a
that.
listen. Yes, okay. Well,
the The song is about the whole virus, the pandemic, COVID-19. But those three words, COVID-19, pandemic, virus, are not even mentioned in the song. So
mm-hmm,
um, when I do the song,
mm,
you'll there's
mm,
a message to it for sure.
I'm looking forward to it. So I'd just like to, in closing, again, Duane, say Chimigwich for coming and sharing with me today. And I look forward to better tomorrows in our community and how we share as people. And hopefully we'll see you out at the Temagami market with your music again this year. I think that's one thing we can look forward to. So I'm just going to close off, and we can go down to the shoreline there and set things up to have a listen to your song.
Very good. Thank you very much. Miigwech.
Yes.
I know we should be free by now. Freedom fighters that we are. Free of terror and evil schemes. Free of darkness. Free to dream. And we'll be free to dream peaceful dreams. We'll dream of starlit nights and veils of moonbeams. There'll come a time to celebrate. There in the shadows, freedom waits. Freedom waits. Yeah, freedom waits. And so we should be free, I know. Freedom comes and freedom goes. Freedom comforts heart and soul. Let freedom tell of tales untold. And we'll be free to dream peaceful dreams. We'll dream of starlit nights and veils of moonbeams. There'll come a time